Okay,
We're not
cool.
important in this. It's all about you.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So I like to start with rapid fire questions of just like silly
Mhm.
questions to get it loosened.
Oh,
So
okay.
first things first. Are you toxic?
Um, yes and no.
Yes and no. Explain.
Yeah. I think in some situations I could be a bit toxic, but I think that in the clear scope of things, I'm not.
Okay. I think we all have a little toxicity in us.
Yeah, like sometimes I could be a bit toxic sometimes. Just a little bit, just a tiny bit,
A little bit, yeah, as a treat.
tiny bit.
As a treat.
Yeah.
Do you relate to your Gemini traits or like typical Gemini traits? I saw you're a Gemini.
Oh, astrology, huh? Yeah, yeah. I would say so. I think I'm really into astrology. I think a lot of things in astrology are very accurate to personality. I wouldn't base my whole life around it, but like,
Yeah.
personal traits, I could see a lot of similar things.
I'm a Gemini too, so I'm like,
Oh yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
people hate on us, but I think we're one.
We're cool. We're the one of the coolest signs to hang out with.
Exactly. We're adaptable. We're like
Yeah,
chameleons. It can fit into anything. It's nice.
we're good guidance, huh? We're good guidance. We're good guidance.
I'm
Yeah.
just gonna hop in real quick, guys. I'm a Gemini too. This is
It's a
this
whole
is
Gemini
Oh wow. Oh
conversation.
yeah.
Yes. I
Oh
love it.
yeah. I got a Gemini sign tat right here.
really. Oh
Nice.
Yeah,
my
right
god, I need
here.
to get one.
Yeah,
Wow. This is
yeah.
exciting. Three Geminis in one room. I love it. A lot of
Mhm.
personalities going around.
Yes,
I know.
yes.
What's your favorite memory? Doesn't have anything to do with music. It doesn't have to have anything to do with music, but what's the first thing that comes to mind when you think of your favorite memory?
Favorite memory. It was probably I remember in grade 8, I had a music class and he was my teacher, shout out my teacher, Mr. Feliciani. He taught me everything in terms of instrumental music. And I remember he showed this documentary in my classroom, and it was about I think I might be mistaken, but Cisco Rodriguez. It was Sugar Man, and
Okay.
it was like this documentary of this Aboriginal man and how he shot up in like the music industry. And it was very dope. I think that was my favorite memory because it was just something where like after that I piqued a lot of interest in music and like selling records and like doing this for a living. So it definitely helped. That's probably my favorite memory.
Nice. How else do you feel like you got into music? So there was that, but what really got you into it all? When did you know you wanted to pursue music?
Um, I like I grew up like watching a lot of like the greats do their thing. Like I think biggest inspiration was Michael Jackson. Like from his Super Bowl performance to like him accepting awards like Grammys and just his total character, mannerism, and power, I feel like on just the community in the world was like the biggest thing for me. And I was like, how can one man hold so much power doing what he loves? And it's just like after a while, I just kept watching and watching. I'm like, yo, I could sing. I could do all this type of stuff. This is what I like to do. I love singing. Why don't I ever try to do music or make records? And then that's just how it started, like from that point on, you know?
Nice. Am I wrong, or is there a Michael Jackson picture in back of you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's one, two,
Yeah.
three. There's three
Okay,
of
the
them.
inspiration is all around. I love it.
There's three of them. Yeah, I
Nice.
got a bunch of people in here.
And how do you feel like fame changed you? Because it all happened really fast for you, essentially, right? Like you blew up in the last 2 years, essentially.
Yeah, like even less, like maybe like a year and a half, a
Yeah,
bit
you're
now.
21.
I think that I don't think fame really changed me much. I think like it changed my lifestyle, but I
Mhm.
don't think it changed me as a person. I think like I'm still really, stuck on my roots. That's why I'm in Toronto still, and I stay in Toronto, and I'm around friends and family. I mean, I think everything is almost as normal, except for the fact that when I step outside or I go somewhere, like I get stopped and people notice me, or now I'm being put in rooms with like important people that know important people. I think just this whole last year and a half has just been like a whole growth process and trying to just find my place and just know who I am as a person, let alongside like RealestK. I feel like right now I'm trying to showcase to the world like me, fully me, not just like this perception or idea of who I am through my music. I'm trying to show people that, yeah, like I'm RealestK, but I'm also Ronnie as well. So I don't think much changed me. I just think the lifestyle and things that come with it.
And then who is Ronnie? Like, who are you outside of RealestK? Just you. Like, how would you describe yourself in
Hey,
5 words? Let's say.
hey, I'm just a guy that loves like life of a party, you know? I love to have fun. I love to go out. I don't stay home. I don't like to stay home. I like to go out. I like to stay home only when I feel like I need it, you know, but most times I'm out. I love to stay out late at night. Um, Aside from music, you know, play sports, play a lot of sports. I go to the gym, play basketball, you know. I write poetry a lot too. So aside from music, I'm always writing like in a journal or journaling, reading, a lot of meditation, reading about astrology, spirituality. I'm just all about that type of thing, you know?
Nice. It's a good way to be. It's good to have like your eggs in all different kinds of baskets,
Yeah.
for sure. And so I lurked your Twitter, and
Mm.
your second to last tweet was about your teacher telling you while you were putting together the music video for Wait For Me or WFM.
Oh, my Twitter's being brought up. Oh,
Yeah, Twitter's being brought up. Oh, I
about to get
did not learn.
exposed. I'm about
I
to get
did not learn.
exposed. I'm about to get
um,
exposed.
and so basically, you wrote that your teacher told you to stop what you were doing and be realistic. And then the next week, that song placed and debuted on Billboard's Hot 100. So, what would you
Yeah.
say to people who have, because you hear this a lot, like especially like rappers, you know, J. Cole has mentioned it, where it's like teachers told them not to do it, and then look at them now. What would you say to people who want to be an artist or want to be something in their life and have people trying to tear them down? What would, or people that don't believe them?
You know, I just think to be an artist, you gotta know where you are in your life, even if you're not there. So I think like the biggest thing is for me growing up was I always felt like I had it, like I was special. Like I would walk through these classrooms and I'd see all like these kids, and I just know that they're they're ordinary. They got ordinary lives they're chasing. I'm not chasing an ordinary life. I don't want to live normal. I don't want to live accustomed to the government. I don't want to live accustomed to what society standards should be. No, I want to live to my standards, right? So I think the biggest thing is not just about having the skill or having, you know, the talent or the creative. It's about having the mindset towards all those things, right? So like for me, I think the biggest thing that helped me was knowing that I got it even when I didn't have it. So not it's not like you hear that quote like fake it till you make it. I wouldn't say fake it. No, believe in yourself. Know what you got. Know who you are, right? And then even if people are hating on you or chatting, doesn't matter. Walk with your head up. Walk like you know what you're doing. Just don't be arrogant, you know? Keep it to yourself, but just know within yourself that, yo, I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna do this. And I know it's difficult. It's easier said than done, but you just gotta realize where are you going? Where do you want to be? Do you want to be the person that takes himself or herself where they want to be, or do you want to be the person that lets society take them where they want to be? You know, I think that's the biggest thing I could advise in terms of mindset, in terms of craft, in terms of making music. Um, you know, for me, I started with like a little MacBook Air and a snowball microphone. You know, I say invest, always invest in what you love to do. So if you're working a job, invest your first paycheck in music. If you want to do this, invest in a new computer, invest in new equipment. Like these are all important things to have. Just invest in your dreams and invest in yourself, and keep working hard, looking at videos, learning, foreshadowing over other people. Just watch, learn, listen always to the people that know what they're doing, and just take from that.
I love that. Yeah, that's all really
Hmm.
advice. Mindset is forever so important. And people,
Hmm.
like you said, easier said than done. But once you believe something, everything happens.
For
Everything.
sure, for
Yeah,
sure.
I'm with you entirely. Um, you mentioned a lot about vulnerability being a virtue. Do you feel like music has been a way for you to cope with pain, or in a way like has being hurt led you to being more creative? Does it
Yeah, I think yeah, I think vulnerability first always starts with being hurt about something. Like I wouldn't say I run to the first person that hurt me to be vulnerable. No, no, no. I'm just saying like from my experiences as they grew on moving forward, like each year or each month, if I had, any hurt or any pain that I wanted to express, I just instead of keeping it inside, like how nowadays most men are accustomed to do, they're accustomed to keep it inside and hide their feelings. Um, or people in general, they do that. You just got to learn to put it towards something positive. So, like I said, easier said than done. Like, not many people know how to do that. But when you start doing it and it becomes like a routine, it becomes a ritual to you. You start doing it more and more and more. And for me, music was that thing. So I remember one time I came home from school, people were just, kind of belittling me and making me feel like shit, shit, honestly. And then I came home and I was like upset, very upset. And I saw my microphone on my computer and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna make a song, even if it's the worst, bad. I don't care. I just want to let it all out. That was my way of dealing with it. That was my way of channeling that vulnerability into something. And then I kept doing that every day. And then look how big it became. So yeah.
You feel like it's through your vulnerability that that's one of the reasons people relate to you so much?
Most definitely. And I also think that like my music just showcases not just vulnerability, but it just showcases real human experiences. It's not, what's talked about a lot nowadays. Like, a lot of these like older artists, they don't know how to tap in with that the teenager, the young adults, and just show them that like, yeah, I'm going through this too. I went through this. A lot of music nowadays is just the opposite. It's about just a bunch of stuff or bad things that don't matter and that people like teens shouldn't listen to. Like I see teens nowadays, like they hear a rap song and they want to become like a rapper, but you don't live that life though. So why are you trying to become a rapper? Like they're influencing bad things. I'm trying to influence like positive things. Like, hey, like take from this and use it. If you're going through something, use it. You don't gotta be like so and so. You don't gotta listen to this artist and act like this artist. Don't act like me. Act like you. Be inspired. Feel inspired. But be yourself. Don't ever change for nobody. So that's what I mean. What I say. You
Yeah,
know.
as you should. And do you feel like the people around you, the way you want to inspire people positively that see you, do you feel like the people around you did that for you? Say your family and your friends, did they have a
I
positive?
would I would say I would say that my family had definitely a positive impact. Um, my friends, like there's a small section that did, and then another small section that wanted me to do other things. And obviously now it's more at a balance. Like I only have three friends now, like real friends, right? I could call like my brothers, not even friends. Like, but there was a whole, when I used to go to school and stuff, there was a lot of fake people that just wanted me to do other things. They wanted me to get into certain things that I didn't want to get into at the time, not only because I'm young and I could be easily manipulated and addicted to certain things, but it's just not the right time, from what I was trying to chase. I needed to be focused. I needed to learn. I needed to grow mentally before jumping into anything I didn't want to do.
For sure. And so that's how the people around you, but how do you feel like being from Scarborough or Toronto? How do you feel like
Mhm.
Toronto is and its outskirts have shaped who you are? And especially you said like you want to stay in Toronto. So what attachment
Yeah,
do you have to it?
honestly, I think it was, I'd say late nights in the CN Tower. Like I don't know, something about that CN Tower, it just gives me nostalgia. It just gives me like hope. It just gives me a clear sight of my vision of what I want to do. And the CN Tower is next to the Rogers Center, and my biggest dream is to perform and sell out the Rogers Center one day. So like I think definitely somebody that paved the way for me. Two people are like Drake and The Weeknd. When I think of the CN Tower, I think of Drake and views and him sitting on the CN Tower. So like I think knowing how we have such amazing artists coming out of Canada, but also coming from Toronto and Scarborough and all these different places, like it just inspires me. And anytime I look at that CN Tower, I just think like I'm next. I'm gonna be one of the ones.
I believe it. I believe you're gonna be one of the next ones. Yeah.
Thank
It's
you.
so nice to have, like, it's so rare that we have Canadian influences. Like, there is so much good Canadian music, but it's still like the ones who make it big. Like from Montreal, we have Kate Trinata. I'm like, I will
Yeah,
always have
I
him.
love Kitchenada.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
And I'm like, he's doing it for the Montrealers. You know, he's putting us
yeah,
on, but it's not this long list of people the way they get in the States, you know? So
yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure.
I believe you'll be next. And
Thank you.
speaking of next, how does it feel to be part of the Never Sleep tour?
I mean, all I gotta say is thank you, Nav. You know, thank you, Nav, for sure. Like, I just want to say this out there. Shout out Nav, man, the most humble, genuine, down to earth guy I've ever met in the industry. He just knows what he wants. He knows how to value the people around him. And him putting me on this tour, on his album, just taking me to Rolling Loud, all these things, like he didn't have to do, and he did it out his heart, and I appreciate him so much for that. But in terms of the Never Sleep tour, um, I'm super ready. I'm super calm, collective. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to show people who RealestK is. I'm ready to just have fun while doing it. Hopefully bring in some new fans, some new supporters, and just enjoy and savor every single moment.
Nice. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, you seem very chill for, such a
Yeah.
big accomplishment. Good for you. Stay calm and
Thank you.
collected as much as you
Thank you.
can.
Thank you.
And how does it feel to be nominated in the Juno?
Yeah, that was honestly like really unexpected and random, but like sick at the
I had
same
no idea.
time. Like okay, so how I found out was the funniest thing. I was at Toronto Pearson Airport and I was going into LA, and I got a text from like my management. They're saying, "Congratulations, you've been nominated for a Juno." And I was just like, "Yo, I'm at Starbucks right now ordering my order. What is this?" Like I got nominated for a Juno. I started like, calling my friends and telling them, "Yeah, I got nominated for a Juno. I just don't know what." Um, so then they told me like the press conference happens when I come back. So I didn't know the category of what I was selected in for a while. I just knew that I was nominated. So I was like, okay, the fact that I'm nominated means a lot. I wasn't even thinking about like if I'm gonna win or not. That the fact that I'm even nominated for a Juno is just an honor, right? So when I went to the press conference, it's funny because there were so many categories you'd think I'd get. Like you got like TikTok Song of the Year, like you
Yeah.
got R&B Record of the Year. Like you'd think that I got nominated. No, right? I didn't. So it was like the first two rounds, I was like confused. I was just like, there's like four rounds, like, but we're on the third one right now. I'm like, I haven't got nominated. What could it be? I was thinking, and then it just popped up Breakthrough Artist of the Year, and I was like, oh wow. Like I didn't know what to say. I was just there like astonished and blessed, honestly. Um, Unfortunately, I can't personally attend the Juno Awards, but my parents and my brother are going to go to Edmonton, Alberta, and attend it for me. So in case I do win, then they'll be able to accept it on my behalf.
Oh, that'd be so nice for your parents to do too. Yeah,
For sure,
cool. Nice.
for
All right.
sure.
Is that when you're on tour? Is that why?
Yeah, March 13th, I'm on tour. I think I'm in Oregon or something by then.
Okay.
Not
But this is,
sure.
yeah, the prize will still be there whether or not you are.
Hopefully, fingers crossed.
How long do you feel, or do you think you still get to describe yourself as Toronto's secret? Do you think you're still a secret?
I think after Nav's tour, I won't be.
Yeah.
I think that's, you got to realize Toronto's on April 11th. So March 24th is LA. That's going to be huge. The huge, like probably, I'd say Toronto and LA are the hugest dates on there, because in LA you got 7,000 capacity venue, and you're going to probably have a bunch of artists pull up because it's Nav and, Fago and then myself. So, very known in LA, right? And then you got Scotiabank Arena in Toronto, with Bryson Tiller, Nav, Sofego, myself on April 11th, and that's just gonna be like a huge shake. It's an arena. This is fucked. Like I know it's not no Rogers Center yet, but it's an arena.
But
Like
it's an
it's
arena.
the I say it's the second best thing to Rogers Center. I mean, come on, like we're talking about where the Raptors play, right? So I'm just I'm really blessed, and I think after that, I'm going to definitely, hopefully, not be known just as a secret. But even that Toronto secret thing, that was never as in like a clout territorial thing. Like I gotta be a certain person or person with fame to be not known as a secret. Like I just personally think like I'm very mysterious and a secret to the world, to Toronto. So that was just me. So you might see it still in my bio, you might not. It really depends how I choose to brand myself next.
Toronto's outed secret. So beyond all the, there's big things happening this year, but say in the next 5 years, what's the goal? What do you want next for RealestK?
I want to have a house next to Drake.
Yeah, right.
No, okay. No, but no, in all seriousness though, I want to be able to say that I've impacted millions of people across the world, you know. I want to say that I've sold out arenas. I want to be able to say that I've, you know, touched people's hearts with my music. I want to say that I've won as many as awards as I could have won, you know. Um, a bunch of number ones, you know. I just hope that I'm successful, happy, and the world's at a peaceful place, and then my music is helping people. You know, that's all I could wish for. My family's taken care of, you know. What more can I wish for? Just, you know, peace, love, success, everything, you know.
Nice. That's yeah. So I only have one last question, but and you kind of did touch on it, but I guess just bring it up as a question again. But what advice would you give your younger self that you wish someone would have told you? Say it be,
Um,
I mean, you're still young, but
yeah. But yeah, okay, yeah. But I've been doing music for a while, so like
yeah,
probably when I was like 14 or 15, I'd say never let anybody tell you to be more realistic. You know, I think that's just something that I was told in high school a lot, to be more realistic, you know, go for things that are more in my tax bracket at the time, you know, just always follow your dreams, you know. I think I took a lot about the dream chasing from, you know, Martin Luther King. Just follow your dreams, follow your heart, speak for what's yours, stand up for what's right, and just do you, you know, and let everybody follow. Be the leader of your story. I think being your own leader of your story will lead you to success and destiny, you know.
I love that. Spoken like a true Gemini.
Thank you.
Is there anything else you would want to talk about that you would want people to know?
Um, I want people to know that if they ever see me out in public, don't be scared to approach me. I feel like there's a lot of people now where I'll see them in public and they'll just like look at me. Like, okay, I went to the Eden Center in Toronto. I was shopping real quick, in and out, quick thing with my boy. And there's like these two girls and they kept following me. It's clear as day they're following me because they were meant to go another way. And then they tailed around the other way. And then I went in the store and they were not like approaching, they were just standing outside looking at me, talking like this, looking at me, talking, and then all that just for them to go back up. And I'm like, yo,
You're
guys,
you're big now. You don't realize.
I know, but yo, I just want to say I love all my supporters, guys. Just know that no matter how many bad days I might have or might be having, come up to me. I'm super, super chill. I love taking pictures. I love talking to you guys. You guys want to sit and have a conversation, want to tell me anything, tell me. I'm here. I feel like people would think I'm like this intimidating person that doesn't, you know, because I walk around like with like a little certain look. Guys, no, that's just my bitch face, okay? It's not who I am.
Internally, a teddy bear.
Literally, yeah, I'm very nice. Just gotta talk to me, you know? Gotta talk to me.
Yeah. The rest in bitch face, though, honestly, sometimes it protects you. It could be good.
It does. It does. But you know, with my supporters, don't need no protection. You guys are all more than welcome.
That's really good. I've out of the interviews I've done, no one's ever said anything like that. I'm like, that's nice. You're humble.
Thank you.
I
Thank
like
you. I
that.
appreciate that.
I hope for you that that stays, and I'm sure it will. You seem like it will.
Of course, yeah. People are human, right? Like I was once just like them, you know. I remember I was I was getting tickets to try to go to Drake's concerts and OVO Fest, like, and I couldn't get them, and I was like sad, you know. Like I just want to be able to connect with people as people and not just as like some fans, like they're just whatever. No, they're people, they're humans that love me and I love them.
Oh, yeah, we really are just humans. Yeah, people need to stop the hierarchy. So good. That's really good advice. Thank you so
100%.
much.
Of
Good luck with
course,
the
of
shoot.
course.
Good luck with everything. Good luck with the
Thank
tour.
you. Thank you
We'll
so
be in touch.
much.